Hola, hola a todos. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Turn and Talk, Una gira y habla. Today, we're going to have a bit of a bilingual experience because I'm with the one and only Miss Marta Jiménez. Es talentosa, es creativa, es dedicada. She's talented, creative, and so dedicated, and it is an honor to be colleagues together here at Chisholm Elementary. Ms. Jimenez, I am so excited for people to have the opportunity to hear directly from you, La Directora of Spanish Film Production. And we have a lot to talk about in just a little bit of time before the school day gets started. But I want to ask you, first and foremost, who is Marta Jimenez? Give us the backstory.
Bueno, thank you so much. I'm so always excited to be here, to be with you, Dr. Brann, and to be in the school, in this school. So, bueno, Marta Jiménez, I am from Spain, from Madrid. I have two kids, Irene and Lucas, beautiful kids, 10 and 12 years old. I'm also a sister of 11 siblings, so I have a big family. I have 29, I hope I don't forget anybody, 29 nephews and nieces. So big family. And I am a very passionate teacher. So this is Marta Jiménez.
Claro que sí, claro que sí. How long have you been at Shirley Chisholm Elementary?
I've been here since 2012. So for a long time.
A long time. And you've been teaching now for quite a bit as well.
Sí?
Yeah, claro que sí. Talk to us then about now the Spanish film production and what got you interested in directing and filmography.
So I have to say that all my life I've been interested in acting and kind of drama, theater, and all of this. All my life. I remember in third grade, I was one of the main characters on a kind of musical. It was the name Mujercitas, and I was one of the sisters. And I remember feeling so confident and so well that since then I've been doing theater all my life. And I was a very shy girl. So this kind of being in a theater and doing something, I think changed a little bit my life because I every time I do theater I feel like you can be another person.
Sí.
You don't need to be you. You can be whatever you want, whoever you want, and it's very excited to be someone else because you can be anything. So I was already in Spain when I was working in a school. I work in a school with integrating deaf children and hearing children. And I remember I was already into the theater and everything. I was doing every year a short musical with only my classroom. We did a musical based on a book. So like the Three Little Pigs. And then we do a musical with this. And I remember the kids, the deaf children, being so engaged. And then we present this every year to the whole community, to the school, not to the parents, to the school. So I already knew about this tool that is powerful in the kids. So in Shirley Chisholm, when I came here in 2012, I saw the community. Bueno, the community is amazing, but the kids, the power of the kids, the energy, the creativity that they have, and I don't know, I was thinking we need to do something with this and the language. Because I'm very passionate about learning a new language. I know how useful it is to be learning another language and to know it. Because I needed to learn English when I came to this country, so it was hard for me, really hard. So these little kids learning a new language. So then I thought bringing a tool outside of the classroom that has to do with drama and theater, but in a filming part. So because learning a language is not easy.
No,
when you film, you have the opportunity to learn, to do it again, these kind of things, and then to watch you. So we started very small, and then every year
you added
a little bit more. So it's 8 years already.
8 years of the Spanish film production here under the direction and innovation of Ms. Jimenez. So talk to us a little bit about some of your favorite movies that you've made with the children over these last almost a decade?
I still have to say that my favorite, I don't know if it's because it was so touching. My favorite is still the first one, the most simple one.
Which one was the first one again?
Annie.
Annie. Oh.
We did Annie. It was super short. It was very simple, but I still remember. I still have the back of the stage, the process. The kids were so engaged. This awake me a lot.
Wow.
I saw the kids super engaged, learning and didn't understand. They didn't understand the lines, so they needed to repeat, asking questions. It was a really, really high level literacy lesson every day.
In español.
In español.
In Spanish, yeah. Wow.
So it was a lot. So I remember that. And then when we act that scenes, and then we put it in a film, and then the kids, they saw in the screen. I remember those faces.
Wow.
They were like so surprised. Sometimes
Yeah.
I say, okay, this is huge. I remember that feeling.
Wow.
So yeah.
I remember when I first came to Chisholm Elementary 5 years ago, and our introduction, I saw some of the movies that you put on with the students. I mean, you've done Fame. What else have you done? You've
Grease.
done Grease. In español, in Spanish, mind you, friends. So it's just incredible how you're able to, again, fuse film with language learning that develops so much excitement for the students. Ms. Jiménez, can you tell us now a little bit about this year's premiere that's happening on Thursday? We're so excited about it.
So yes, this year we are doing this wonderful movie, El Secreto de Elliot. This movie is a really collaborate movie that we all did together. The content of the movie, the students, they wanted to do horror movie. They have been asking for horror movies since long time. So, but this is all about empathy and teamwork.
Okay.
This is all about that. But with a little bit of horror, because they really wanted to add that. And when you do a project like this, you need the students to be engaged.
Exactly.
So if they want to do that, you want to do that. So when we decided to do this, everybody was giving ideas, we wrote it down, we put all together, and then we made the script that is happening. We are very excited. The kids will be seeing the movie the first time on Thursday. They didn't see the movie yet.
Okay.
That's another thing that this is my moment also, because I know they didn't see the movie, and it's really hard doing a movie because you don't see what's going on. The scenes are filming in a different order, so they know more or less, but they don't see the big picture yet. So that day will be the cling.
Wow.
Now I know, So it's very unique. I asked the students, tell me about this year. I said, okay, tell me, what do you feel about the Spanish film production? Tell me something, anything. And it was so cute to see, amo mi escuela, is Spanish Film Club. I love this, amo mi escuela, because I think this is also, it's not the movie, it's also school. They feel school. And, there are kids from different grades, and at the beginning, they need to do a scene together and say, excuse me, what was your name again? Like these kind of things that they don't know each other, and then they start talking to each other, and then you see them now, they are friends, and then you see them now playing in the playground. This is amazing. And then, so amo mi escuela. I like learning about movie makeup, because we do some projects in the process that is not only filming scenes, also learning.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? That was quite a highlight of this year's production. Tell us about the special guest you had in the project the students got to work on.
So we have the opportunity to bring, to be a professional from Hollywood, how do you say
Makeup
this?
artist?
He came here, he showed us all the tools, how they do actually makeups for movies. The kids were watching, learning, using the materials and everything. I have to say, we didn't use that process in the movie.
Okay.
Because we are not in Hollywood yet.
Okay.
We adjust a little bit what we have, but they love it. They love it. They love also. It's not only about the movie per se, or the having a script, or it's also the process. I think it's another step that they will be willing to learn, like how do you do a movie? The back, the editing,
the background,
work.
Everything.
Yep. So this is another project for another time. But this was amazing. Like, I'm a Miss Jiménez.
Of course.
And
I'm not going to let you pass that one by. That note said, I love Miss Jiménez. The students and families and staff, we all love Miss Jiménez. So just want to stamp that one too.
No, and then this is so touching. It says, one of students, art is usually recognized as something on paper, but Spanish film production makes art in an incredible, unique way. And this is actually what I think also about the Spanish film production. It's a way to learn through art that is not in a paper. And if a student can see this, I think that's the goal, right? Yeah. That's the goal. So, yeah. And I have so many.
So many notes. Well, no, thank you for sharing those and allowing us to hear from the students. And we can't wait to see them on the big screen. Like you just talked about how this process of Spanish film production is merging the arts, it's merging also the language experience, and also bringing in so many other competencies that our students benefit from: collaboration, and you said teamwork, and it builds their confidence. It's just really beautiful to see.
And also I love it when they are learning scripts or lines when they cannot pronounce, because some words are difficult in Spanish. You need to do it like 10 times.
Yeah.
And between them, they tell them like trucos to say the word, like say it like this, more slowly, like, and they do the fingers. I always, when someone cannot say something, I say like pronunciación, so they know this 4, and they don't miss one. And they were saying between them, no, let's say this, enfadado. And then the student, because some words are very difficult, and they help each other. Yeah.
It makes language learning fun, right? Language learning is more than just basic grammar and vocabulary. We learn a language in order to communicate and to convey ideas and messages. And so that I just have fallen in love with this production that you have created for the school. It's more than just for the school, it's for the entire community. And I can't wait for more people to see all of the movies from the past and this year's movie. Ms. Jiménez also rolls out the red carpet for our student stars. The production will premiere at our local theater right here on 8th Street, Miracle Theater. And I think that speaks to something that we probably should mention here too, is all the partners. I mean, you have a lot of support. You are the head, you are the one who initiated and founded this amazing production company. But you also have some collaborators.
No, I have a team, of course. You cannot do it with a huge team. I have a team from the school. The teachers are helping because the movie is the product of a learning a language. Let's say that. But without a team, you cannot do this. And the most important thing is not just the movie that of course, it's important. It's all the process, because every time we are every week that we are meeting the students, we always talk about, okay, remember, make them have fun, but everything they need to say, they write it down. Tell them to write it down, because the goal is that they write, they read, they memorize, they learn vocabulary. That's the goal.
Claro.
So anything you want to say, write it down. You want this in the movie? Tell me in the paper. So that's the way to do like learning. The red carpet and the big event in the theater, this is what is making them that they are not going to forget in their life. So when you don't forget an event, everything around, meaning all the learning that you have around, you don't forget either. So that's the meaning for the red carpet and the
red carpet and the limo, friends. I mean, these children ride in a limo. It's so fun to see. I remember from past years, they have their sunglasses on. We need to ask for their autographs. So talk about having confidence and taking pride in their work. And that is so important. We want our kids to have that sense of agency, to know that they can do so many things in life. And so thank you for the Spanish film production that helps empower our students. Ms. Jiménez, as we prepare to wrap up a little bit of this conversation, we could keep going for a really long time. There's so much more to say and so much more to share. But in summary, I guess, what would you offer as a recommendation for any schools or organizations who also want to explore cinematography and filming with young people?
So I want to say 2 things. One is I want to do advices about that, but the other thing that the best thing for me that I do as a part of the school, being a teacher in the classroom,
Sí.
the best thing and benefit, I think, a part of the language, is how you become a mentor with the students. I have every single day someone from any grade coming to my class to say, can I talk to you 1 second? And then they talk to you. Few things are something like, news, something good news, bad news, anything. And this is what I love it. Having students coming very open and confident and saying, Ms. Jiménez, this is happening. I love it. I love it.
Confían en ti, they trust in you.
Sí.
Yeah.
And then my advice for any school that they want to do this, anybody can do it. I would say, like, we started very small. We started with 10 kids, 12 kids. We did that. So start small, and doesn't need to be huge. But the presentation doesn't need to be the red carpet and the limo at the beginning until you have more support. But at least whatever you do, even if it's small, like, show it for the rest of the students. Show it in a big screen in the gym or whatever you can show it. Because this make them be proud and engaged, and this is like the little, como dices, como sacas un poco and
Take
then
a little bit and you
everything.
keep pulling out. Yeah.
Simple and small, but huge, celebrating the learning.
Absolutely.
That's my advice.
Yeah, just get started. I also appreciate, Ms. Jimenez, that you made reference to the importance of the relationships that are built with the students as a result of this amazing project that you do with them every year. They trust in you, right? They confide in you, and they value their relationship with you. And that is a huge part of being an educator. Right? It's more than just the pedagogy, whatever it may be, whether it's film, whether it's math, whether it's reading. It's about really making connections with our young people to let them know that we're in their corner, we're supporting them, we're here to encourage them, however life shall take them in the future. And so I really appreciate you mentioning that point. We're coming to the end here, Ms. Jimenez. Again, I have still more questions, but we're going to stop here. Maybe we'll have to do a part 2 with Ms. Jimenez another time, maybe after the movie. There's just so much to celebrate and to enjoy. Some special thank yous for your Spanish film production supporters, right? We have the PTA, who has been amazing.
The PTA, the theater, the filmmaker, Antonio, the teachers who are helping here, you, the administration, the parents that are supporting us. I mean, it's a lot of people involved.
Absolutely.
We are very, very happy.
And this year there was one specific organization that was very excited to get involved.
The Sullivan Foundation, that they were reaching out and helping us making this bigger and beautiful.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, muchas gracias. We're so grateful again for everyone and the opportunity that we've had to build together for our students, for our community, and to bridge language and learning in a global context. And so thank you again, Ms. Jimenez. Any final thoughts on your end that you wanted to share?
No, I think if you want to come to the premiere, you just need to come
Yes.
on Thursday.
That's right.
To the Miracle Theater at 5:15,
Uh-huh.
and you will see this horror movie.
Tengo miedo. I'm a little scared, but I'll be there. Make sure you're there too this Thursday. And if you're watching this after the premiere, don't worry as well. There'll probably be a way for you to be able to watch it at another time and see our student stars. Thanks so much. Adios.
Thank you so much. Ciao.